Eddie V Unplugged, and I'm coming at you from Club Eddie. That's my studio. That's the name I call this. It's my backup studio, or maybe my primary studio now. I like the way it looks. And in the background, you see I have my 3 jukeboxes. I got my my Phoenix SMC2 that was made in 1983, 82, around there. Yeah. The second one is it's a 1956 or no, yeah, 56, no, 58 Seabird jukebox. It's a 161. They have a bigger version. That one carries 80 records for 160 selections. The other one is I have another one that looks just like that one. It carries 100 records, 200 selections, and it's bigger. I have yet to bring it here though. And then my third one here in the Club Eddie is the SMC1. Those 2 boxes on both ends, I literally had to bring them back to life. They were not working. I had to hunt down some pieces. I had to get an amplifier fixed. And I'll tell you right now, if you have a jukebox in your house, you know, you could. I have Sonos, I have Bluetooth and all that. But there's something about having preset selections and playing the music. And one of the things I love about music is that I love music. You know, growing up in Chicago, you had rock and roll, you had everything. You had mixes, you had freestyle, you had rap, you had anything you wanted to listen to, and you had incredible talk show radio. You know, we heard it all. We had Man Called Muller. Even though Stern's from New York, he still had a presence here. We had Johnny Bradmeyer. We had a bunch of political shows as well. You had Eddie Verdoliak and Ty Wansley. That was a great political show for that era. So I just grew up with a real rich radio background and a love and appreciation for music. I always tell people every song I have in the jukebox is a hit because they're my personal favorites, and it's with the music that I grew up with. You know, I like music from the 50s, music from the 60s, music from the 70s, music from the 80s, and they're all in them jukeboxes, and I have my nights where I'm jamming out and really enjoying my music. So the reason I'm making this video is I wanted to share my story about the night I met U2, based on, you know, back in 1998. It was during the Pop Mart tour, and you know, I didn't really go to a lot of concerts, let's say in the 80s. I did some, but you know, my whole concert experiences were just for real bands that I was really fans of, and U2 was one of those bands. You know, I seen them come out in the 80s, and then, you know, come 1998, you know, that was a big tour. It was getting advertised. You know, they'd have it on all the big shows, like, you know, Entertainment Tonight, and, you know, those kind of shows. They would talk about the big opening in Las Vegas and so forth. So the thing is that we got the tickets. We were pumped up. You know, we were nerds, me and my ex. We had to go to the concert. We had to go. We have to be there. We have to be there on time. You know, knowing full well that concerts never start on time. Well, look at right now, even currently, Madonna's getting sued because she started a concert like an hour and a half, 2 hours late or something like that. I had an experience like that too. I went to a Snoop Dogg concert right here in Hammond, Indiana, at the Horseshoe Casino. They have a place called The Venue. A couple years ago, he performed, and he made us wait like 2-3 hours. I have a funny story about that, but I'm not going to share that right now. I'm sharing the U2, when I met U2 story. So we get to the concert venue. I didn't take the time to go to a cash station to get money so I could buy the T-shirts and, you know, have money just to do the things we wanted to do. You know, maybe, you know, whatever stuff they sold. You know, I just wanted to give my lady the best experience possible for that era, and I wanted to have a great experience as well. So what happened was, I told her, you know what, wait right here. We parked the car. We went to the Soldier Field. Says, wait right here. I'm going to walk all the way to Michigan Avenue. If you're familiar with Soldier Field and you know where Michigan Avenue is, you know it's a good mile and a half walk. So I'm start this trek. It's in the middle of summer. I'm walking. And you know, I knew my way around the city because I used to work for the gas company. So I knew I could walk anywhere in the city and know how to get from point A to point B, and I could drive anywhere in the city of Chicago because I was all over the city with that job. So I get to Michigan Avenue. There was a convenience store in there. I knew they had a cash station in there. I went in there. I pulled out maybe $150, $200, and then I walked back. Here I go, walking back. Long walk, you know, it's hot. I'm worried about, well, got to get to this concert venue. It's going to start. I mean, we had some time, but, your mind is racing. You're excited about being there. So, we get there. I finally see her. This is before cell phones. Nobody had cell phones. So you have to tell the person, sit right here. Do not move. Because if you move, I ain't going to be able to find you. So I get back. Sure stuff. She's sitting right there. She goes, oh, some limo pulled up. She's like so not into the moment or the situation. She says, oh, some limo pulls up, and this guy got from the band. He said if we wanted autographs to go to the right there by Water Tower place. I looked at her. I go, yeah, okay, we're going to go get autographs. You two, Bono got out of his car and told you to go get autographs after the concert. Okay, that sounds kind of shady. Like, it sounded very improbable to me. Okay, so we get there. And we get to our seats. We had good seats. We bought our T-shirts. We bought 2 shirts. One of them looked like the cover of the Pop Mart tour with the 4 faces, and then the other one I'll show you in a little bit. So the concert starts. This big globe gets out there, and then you hear pop, pop, pop music, and it comes out real loud. I should play it. I might put it into the edit when I do this. So then it's playing, and then this globe comes up, and it opens up, and the band is in that globe, and then they start jamming out, and man, it was electrifying. That whole concert was off the hook. I loved me some U2. I loved that concert. So the reason I bring this story up is because next week I'm gonna go see them in Las Vegas in that venue where it's a big globe, where it costs like, it was a lot of money. The amount of LEDs in there and all that. So that's going to be like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm really excited about that. So that's why I'm bringing up the story, because, after the concert, we were so electrified, so charged, that I said, hey, you know what? Let's just go over there, and maybe an outside chance we're going to end up seeing U2. We're already downtown. What are we going to lose? It's a 5-minute drive from where we were at. So we get in the car, we drive over there. I was driving I had a 1992 Toyota Corolla at the time. So we park up, parking was a lot easier downtown back in the day versus what it is now. Okay. So we get there, and we see a bunch of kids standing there by the water tower on the east side of, right behind the water tower on the east side of Michigan. So we're standing there, and we're looking. I'm thinking like, man, I should go to that Walgreens right there on Chicago Avenue in Michigan and get those disposable cameras, because if they come out, I could take pictures of that. But then I was like, man, what if they come and I'm in there buying it and I don't get it, So because I regret it, because I wish I could have went and got a camera, because they would eventually come out. So we were standing there, and we see a limo coming, and we're thinking like, is that them? Is that you too? So the limo parks up right in front of us. This guy gets out, pops the trunk, and he pulls out a crate of pop and some pizza. I go, this is from the band. They don't know if they're coming out, but they want to say thanks for supporting them. So he gets out of the car. He gives us the pop and the pizza. Hey man, it's a free meal. It's really nice. Bono and The Edge, or U2 in general, bought me some pizza, and my only complaint, well, I shouldn't be complaining, is the pop was like this off-brand diet pop. I was like, ugh. Well, all right, well, whatever, we were drinking it. It was free, so I was eating it. So then we're standing there 5-10 minutes. I'm thinking, man, I should have went and got a camera. So then I look across the street. Everybody's attention's drawn across the street because we've seen another limo. And we say, is that them? Is that them? And then this couple gets out. And then somebody goes, I was looking, and this other guy goes, hey, that's Harry Caray. Harry Caray, he got out of the car with Dutchie Caray. So he looks across, and he's going to dismiss us because he's like, well, why are all these people in front of the hotel where I live? I mean, known fact, when Harry Caray started working in Chicago, he had his number listed, and he had to get it unlisted because people found out that it was listed, and they would crank call him. He was just like such a down-to-earth dude. He was really cool. And as he was walking away, because he was dismissing this group of kids across the street, I go, oh man. I did a small Harry Caray impersonation. I go, hello again, everybody. And he stopped in his tracks, and he turned around, and he he threw up his hand like, hey, total acknowledgement that he knew that, that was me mimicking him, and it was a tribute. And I mean, that's like one of my favorite Harry Caray Cub moments, because I'm a big Cub fan. So then we're standing there, and we're waiting. We just had the Harry Caray experience. We had some pizza. We had the rock concert experience. So then we're standing there, and then right out, it's just like all of a sudden we seen the Edge, and we seen Bono walking up. The Edge had his hat on, and just looking like a total rock star. And like, oh man, what's going on? I told him, hey guys, I really appreciate your music. I mean, I was already gonna be 30, or I was 30. I'm thinking 98. Yeah, I was 30. I was at 30, and these other kids, like, they were like total like, hero worship. Like, man, relax. They're just humans, man. I mean, I had heard a story a while ago where Bono and the Edge were in Canada, just walking, and they were just walking all the way out, and they hitchhiked. Somebody picked them up, hey, get in the car, we'll take you back. And then they gave them tickets to go see them. Those guys were just Irish boys, just real, with a talent. I always liked them. I know people say, oh, he politicizes too much and this and that. Well, I had the shirt. I said, hey, Bono, could you sign my shirt? So then I pull out the shirt. Then he signs it. See where he puts a pseudo hat on his head with a cigarette poked out and his name. And then the cool thing about the shirt, that's the only thing I don't like and I do like, it's double-sided. And you have the Edge on the back where he signs his name, So, man, I'll tell you right now, man, for me, going to see them this week, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. Going with my sister and my brother-in-law, and, I don't expect to meet them again, but I do expect to get a poster, and I'll have it framed, and I will have footage of the trip, and I'll put it on the channel, and maybe you guys could, enjoy that, my perspective of it. So that's basically what I wanted to share, is my magical night of going to see U2, going to bumping into Harry Caray. Not that I've met Harry Caray before when I played hooky one time and go to school, and then Harry Caray would come out in the field. I was like, oh, I got everybody, and I shook his hand like, oh, what's up, Harry? He was a really cool dude. And also then meeting U2. So that was, that was 24, 25, 26 years ago, man. Time flies. And that story is like so crisp and solid in my head, It was a great experience, and I really, really loved it. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good one.